37 years of paying taxes, and I got a letter saying that I was a legal immigrant. I am sweating. I haven't stopped from morning, and I'm still going on. I know it's voluntary. I've been doing this for a long time now, over 6 years. How can I be illegal? I don't understand that word at all. When I got the letter, I thought, am I British? What am I? And I couldn't even answer that in my head.
They came at the invitation of the British government. They were citizens of British colonies or newly independent Commonwealth countries. Their passports were stamped indefinite leave to remain. But for some who were children then, that was a false promise.
I came to England at the age of 10, and I've lived here all my life for 52 years. I knew I was sent for a better life.
My mum is a very loving mother, grandmother. Our bond is absolutely strong.
I opened the letter and I thought, illegal immigrant. It just vexed me, man. I just threw the letter down.
I sat at home and I thought, what do I need to prove that someone was in this country? I need to get as much information on my mom that I can, like pictures, letters. So I tried to gather all that information together.
Do you remember what I had to go through to get all these photos?
There's my mom with all her care home friends. This was the man and the lady that owned the care home who absolutely loved my mum. 2 years attending the Home Office, and my phone starts ringing. It's my mum. And she's crying, and I said, Mum, what's wrong? And she says, they've detained me. And I just dropped down the stairs.
I was there for 6 days, and on the 6th day, they told me to pack my things, and I ended up at Heathrow Airport, but they was going to put me on the plane the next day. Who knows what would have happened?
A grandmother from Wolverhampton has come within hours of being wrongfully deported to Jamaica. Paulette Wilson came to the UK as a little girl back in the late 60s, before immigration laws were in place, so she was entitled to live here freely. After a week in detention, officials finally released her from Heathrow this lunchtime.
So she's literally just got off the train, and it was, well, one hell of an emotional reunion. There was tears, they were hugging each other. I've not seen anything quite like it, actually.
Going into detention centre is not nice. You're seeing people in wheelchairs, on walking stick, old people, you know, and you're thinking to yourself, well, what's going to happen to them when they go back to their own countries and like. When I think about it, it just brings heartache. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It just brings, sorry. Don't want to cry, man. Don't know why, but that's. This is my second time coming on a plane since 1968, 53 years later. And I'm actually going home to the land that I was born on. I'm going back to my roots.
Hey! Yes, baby.
You have made it.
Oh my God, Jamaica!
There is no British history without the history of the empire. The Windrush story begins in the 17th century, when British slave traders stole 12 million Africans from their homes, took them to the Caribbean, sold them into slavery to work on plantations. The wealth of this country was built on the backs of the Windrush generation's ancestors. We are here today because you were there. My ancestors were British subjects, but they were not British subjects because they came to Britain. They were British subjects because Britain came to them, took them across the Atlantic, colonized them, sold them into slavery, profited from their labour and made them British subjects. That is why I am here, and that is why the Windrush generation is here. As the late, great Stuart Hall put it, I am the sugar at the bottom of the English cup of tea.
And good evening from the island of sugar and rum, perpetual sunshine, and of course, genuine calypsos.
Welcome, Robin Porter of the ITN. Welcome from Jamaica, men and pretty women. We hope when you leave us, you will come back again. Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica.
Can't believe I'm here in Jamaica.
What year you left Jamaica?
68.
1968.
Yeah.
Oh, that was before I was born.
Yes, I'm older than you. Definitely.
As a child, goes to myself, was I there? Was it for real? I've got 5 brothers. I don't know these people.
And the younger brother?
I'm the oldest one out of 9 of us.
Oh.
Something happened, I got to go to England to my grandparents. But when I left as a child, I heard babies. I remember babies and little kids, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know these people like that.
Right.
That's why I'm here,
Yes. Good.
getting to know them. But tomorrow's going to be emotional.
Must be emotional.
Now, try to get off of me.
No, there you go.
Look how beautiful this place looks. Wow.
The sausage, you're gonna have to send them me.
Can I go and pick up one of the mango then?
Sure. The mango system.
Yes.
Mom, you said 1.
It doesn't matter. Me pick up more than one.
All right, come on now.
Yes, baby. I got some mangoes. Thank you, sir.
You enjoy.
I will. Thank you. Oh, the smell of Jamaica. Ay, ay, ay.
Bananas too. Thousands of them just waiting to be picked. Oh yes, it looks like paradise. It makes you wonder why so many Jamaicans come to the cold and damp of Birmingham and Liverpool and London. There is a reason, of course.
I came to England under British regime in Jamaica. Of course I'm British. I was born British.
The Empire Windrush brings to Britain 500 Jamaicans. Many are ex-servicemen who know England. They serve this country well. Citizens of the British Empire coming to the mother country with good intent.
Now, may I ask you your name?
Lord Kitchener.
Lord Kitchener. Now, I'm told that you are really the king of calypso singers. Is that right?
Yes, that's
Well, now, will you
true.
sing for us?
Right now.
Yes.
London,
is the place for me. London, this lovely city. You can go to France or America, India, Asia or Australia, but you must come back to London City.
For Labour, Diane Abbott becomes Britain's first black woman MP.
The good race relations in Britain depend on ending immigration as we've known it in the last 2 decades.
Believe me, I am speaking broad-mindedly. I am glad to know my mother country. I've been traveling the countries years ago, but this is the place I wanted to know, darling London. This is the place for me.
And this is not just about making the UK a more hostile place for illegal migrants, it is also about fairness.
Just imagine being sent back to a country with no money, no clothes, nothing. Oh my gosh. Yes, Mommy. I've heard of it. You don't remember it? I don't remember it. I was a baby, man.
Up there, they're pointing, yeah.
This way. Oh my God.
I've got to get out.
Yes. Come to see our welcome. Yeah. Okay. We're not leaving none of our house today. Oh Lord. Me day warm. Get to warm. Yes, sis. Yeah. You two even walk the same.
One Paulette. You never remember me.
Me and you go to school.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was we are one age.
I will look so good in
Yeah.
my good, man. This is so wonderful.
Yes.
Oh Lord, no. Oh, really, you? You remember me?
You remember me?
Yeah, my daughter.
Yeah,
and my granddaughter over there.
Nice man. Nice boy.
You remember that God? I thought I wouldn't remember nobody. Look, yeah. Me soon see you. Me soon come. Welcome, James.
Welcome and blessed love.
Blessed. Yes, James. Come and meet my family. My daughter.
James.
Nice to meet you, Uncle James. Good.
Yeah. I can't believe this. Sister?
Yeah.
Medea?
Yeah.
Never think this was going to happen.
Well, it happened now. It happened. Not done for a time.
Oh, Lord. I'm home. Oh, God.
I was 12, 94. I remember just like yesterday.
I remember the trees, the breadfruit trees, everything. This is where I was born. Come back now, I never think this was going to happen. I'll be down here, Mommy, say, Paulette, where you there? Down a gully, Mommy. Get up here, no. I'll never forget them words, man, ever. Come, I used to just, me gone. School done, me gone. Climb trees, get mangoes, coconut. Oh, Lord. Coconut trees,
Off the tree.
Is that your grandson?
Yeah.
These are the wasps. There's wasps everywhere.
Yeah, but they don't look like the wasps that are in England.
They're not got trouble if you don't trouble them.
Oh, okay.
Now you've met the family, my girl, and there's plenty more.
You meeting more?
It's like, wow. It's amazing, I'm here. I'm a survivor. That's the way I'm made, and that's the way you'll always be a survivor. I always thought one day I would come back here, but I have, yeah. Not forcibly being forced to put on a plane and without nothing at all and come drop off and me don't know if me go north, south, east or west. That wasn't right, man. My daughter and daughter, they've got the experience of my life. I've had the experience of their life, now they've got the experience of my life.
Is the internet here?
I doubt it. I don't think so. Oh. Could ask.
I doubt it.
I don't know. They must have internet free, like phone us on WhatsApp and all them something there.
Grandma, we're like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but they phone
There's
us.
no signal.
There has to be. Well, me Anna. Come. The last time I saw my mother was the day she put me on the plane to come to England to my grandparents. And I've never ever saw her again. Mommy, me come. Oh Lord. Oh gosh. I'm here. Mommy, me there. After all this time, I'm here, Mommy. This is your grandmother's grave. I'm home, Mommy. Give thanks and praise unto the Most High, Rastafari.
She was hoping to see them when she alive. Yeah, of course, she was crying.
And your grandma? Mommy always said that one day Paulette would come back.
Yes, yeah.
And
it is so lovely.
It's a shame that my mum ain't here, but the way of life, you know?
Yeah. She never stopped asking for her.
Never stop.
Paulette was her dream.
She never stopped talking about her. It's her first child, you know. Yeah, she paved the way for us.
And look at us now, Agnes.
Hey, way back in the days, we don't go just know, so we have a sister in England by the name of Paulette. Mom talk about her all the time. There's no It'll be all at Christmas time every time. She not stop talking about her picnic.
I know she gone in flesh, but her spirit has seen her.
Her spirit is still here with us.
Her spirit is there, seen her.
I did not know I wasn't going to come back. Well, I was a child. I didn't think about holiday. I just knew.
You just know that he was going to England.
Yeah,
That's it. You should never maybe understand she should not coming back. Maybe she just feel like she was just going to meet her grandma and spend time. Okay.
I remember I had on a bright orange dress and socks that come up to here. When I reached England, baby girl, my body just went purple. I thought the snow was salt, but it was snow. But my body weren't used to the snow, and it just went purple. And I was like that for 6 months to a year to get the get used to England. Yeah, England cool. I wasn't used to coolness. Now I'm used to coolness. For black people in England, it's hard, really hard, to live a life comfortable and, and you're still getting cool names. You have to struggle to survive. I'll be walking down the street, you're calling me black nigger, wag and all this, go back to Africa, you're a monkey. I'm not a monkey, I'm a human being. Get it all the time, even where I live now. Oh, that black bitch, you shouldn't be here. No. And it's still happening. So how you want me to feel about England? It hurts here.
Take everything from us.
It really hurts.
Merci, I'll be tomorrow.
Give me a kiss.
We'll see him
I love
to
you so much.
Me too, baby.
Okay. You got my number. Make sure you keep in touch with me, okay?
I'm gonna send you some clothes, baby. Okay, love you.
I love you.
I love you too, cousin.
I felt home because I remembered certain things about where I was born, where to go, what I did as a child. I remembered all that. Even before I went back before we went, it was always there in my mind. I always used to think, is this a dream I'm dreaming? But going back, it's reality. It was a way of life then. It felt like I was around my own people. But I have the same thing here in England, baby. My life is here with my daughter and granddaughter. That's it.
For those who have mistakenly received letters challenging them, I want to say apologise to them and I want to say sorry to anyone who has confusion or anxiety felt as a result of this.